Hello, welcome to my video today. My name is Leanne Peters and I am pulling some cards for this week ahead. So that's from this week starting the 10th of May through to the 16th of May 2021. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, Temple of Balance on YouTube, and also Temple of Balance on Instagram. And I want to welcome you today. Very excited to be here. This is the best week of the year. Yes, my birthday is taking place this coming week, so I'm very keen to see what's going on. My birthday week and the build up to my birthday is really important to me, and it has been for well over a decade. I spend time the days before, sometimes the week or a couple of weeks before my birthday, reflecting on things that have happened this last year or at the moment over these last few years, and really look at the build up to my new day for the year, my birthday, as being a time of releasing, a time of refocusing. So my day before my birthday is just as important to me as my actual birthday, because the day before is the last day of my year, and I use that as the big release day. So there's lots of healing that's taking place at the moment for me personally at this time of the year. So extremely excited to be here. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Also, welcome to all of those of you who ordered a mini soul reading, which is currently on sale. The sale ends in 2 hours from now, and there's only about 10 left. I only offer these once every year or two. The last one I offered was a year and a half ago, so these don't come about very often. So please, if you would like a mini soul reading, which is like these videos, but it's personal for you, then please have a look on my website. Go to templeofbalance.com.au, look up the store tab, and you can go to the sale tab and you will find the mini soul readings. 10 left, I think, or 11, something like that. So I trust that you're feeling good. What an interesting, heavy, intense time it is. Recapping on last week's theme, we had the initiation card, which talks about times of initiation, times of tests. And boy, were we tested last week. A lot of us are overcoming those tests, but I also observe quite a few people are still in the test, still in the initiation period. So we just have to really go gently, don't we, and learn what we can as we're being tested so we can come out the other side. Welcome to you all. It's lovely to see you. Thank you so much. Let's get ready to start. So if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using these cards, my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, combined with these black guys, which is my Speed of Light Oracle. And I've combined this deck, and I'm using this deck as one. And I'm using this deck to find the best cards that we need for this week ahead. I'll be really using my intuition, so I'll talk about days on their own. There might be some days combined. We'll just see how we go. So we're looking intensely or closely at this week from Monday the 10th till Sunday the 16th of May. I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust you've been led here for a reason. I trust that something shared supports you at this time. So let's dive in. The best cards is my intention. I'm just saying it out loud. The intention right now as I'm shuffling is that I'm looking for the best cards that we need for this week ahead. So what do the majority of us need to know from Monday the 10th of May till Sunday the 16th of May 2021. If cards drop out, it doesn't worry me. I just put them back in and figure that my deck needs a bit of a change of cards. Okay, so the best cards for this week are these, and I'm going to lay them down in a pie shape, as in the symbol pi, 2 down the side like the number 11. So I've got 3 cards and then 3 cards down like an 11, and then we're doing 3 cards across the top. Okay, so let's turn over these babies and see what... Whoa, I love it when the first card's a dragon. So let's continue turning and turning over. I see some familiar cards from last week. Let's look here at Monday the 10th of May, and we have these 2 cards have come up together. We have no featured cards, which is why I haven't talked about any. So we've got these 2 cards for May. Let's talk about for Monday the 10th of May. We have card 28 called Delegate. This card says ask, plan, organize, assistance. So this is about getting organized, creating a plan, maybe a doable plan, hopefully a doable plan, and get organized with things. And the main reason to do this is to take the pressure off ourselves. So are there things that we can organize for later in the week, in between things that we're doing on Monday or early this week? Are there chores that we need to delegate or ask someone to help us because we just can't manage them all? This is a type of energy that this card brings, and we're being encouraged to use this energy because it's a very supportive time to get organised, ask for help, delegate chores early in the week. So on Monday especially, because we're going to need our time. We're going through a powerful time of change, personal change, inner change and outer change. This is the fire dragon. It's card 23, and it says it's a powerful time of change. So the dragons, there are 5 dragons out of 110 cards, and we have the fire dragon that has come up for this week, but especially for Monday. And it brings an added fire element, so it brings that fieriness, the passion, the motivation to keep going, the motivation to get organised, the motivation to get create a plan, a doable plan that might be possible. In some cases it's not possible, but in some it is. Sometimes we can get a bit more organised than we might realise. And I find for me, I'm a pretty organised person, but I also balance that with going with the flow a lot, which is kind of a bit contradictory. But they work well for me, this being organised and then flowing in between. I find being organised helps take the stress off me. It helps me have less stress the more organised I am. So usually on Sundays I'll organise for the week or even 2 weeks in advance, and I'll get things ready to go, I'll get things happening, I'll get things organised, so that allows me more time to be free flowing throughout the days of the week. So I'm not having to think about all these things that are structured in my life. It works for me. It may not work for you, but I'd certainly find it helps reduce my stress levels or keep my stress levels low. This is a powerful time of change, and this is not new information for us. I mean, a lot of us have known this for a while. There are lots of new beginnings in the air, lots of new things in the pipeline, things that we might be waiting on to that may not have, the door or the date or the green light may not have turned on yet, but it is coming. I feel like things are moving closely this week. Then we move down into Tuesday. So we've got Tuesday the 12th of May, and we've got the unicorn, card 50, and the unicorn says psychic gifts, spiritual intuition and trust. So this is bringing highlight to our spiritual interests, the things that we connect with on a spiritual level. And we might find on Tuesday that some of us are drawn to those spiritual things, those practices, tools, rituals or places that we like to visit that helps us stay and feel connected spiritually, whatever that is for us personally. So there is highlight around our spirituality, but there is also a highlight here in regards to trusting in our intuition, especially on Tuesday, but at the moment, you know, trusting in how we feel, trusting in what we're intuiting or what we're picking up intuitively. What are we feeling? What's drawing us? What are we curious about? what's leading into other things, because our intuition will guide us up or link us up or align us up with synchronicity. So things lead into other things that lead into other things that lead into other things, and these can just be thoughts or questions or conversations that we have that lead us in a certain direction. So we can trust these synchronicities always, but we might find early this week that they're actually quite strong. So let's see how things are unfolding. Let's see how things are lining up and how perfect timing is playing its part right now. And then Wednesday, so we've got Wednesday the 12th of May. I think I before said Tuesday the 12th. I meant Tuesday the 11th. So Wednesday the 12th of May, and we have the Healed card, card 34. And it says golden light, wounds, blocks and dissolve. So Wednesday is a very powerful time. And in fact, I can feel this overflowing. We can arc this into Tuesday and arc this over to Thursday. So with a central point on Wednesday and including Tuesday and Thursday, it feels to be like a big arc, is this healing card. So this talks usually about healing that we need in our body. So physical healing for physical things that we're dealing with. Physical challenges, injuries, things that we're dealing with physically that require healing and perhaps releasing. Or maybe time to rest, time to mend, time to heal, because that does seem to be what our body needs when it's undergoing something that requires healing. Usually it's rest. So we might find some of us around that Wednesday time period, Tuesday and Thursday included perhaps, or some of those days, is our time of rest, our time of healing. So what wounds, issues do we need to look at, and how can we release those also around that time period? So dissolving, releasing our old wounds that we've been storing in our body, especially around Wednesday. Okay, so then we move to Thursday the 13th of May. This will be my big release day, the day before my birthday, and it is actually card 13 on the 13th, which is cool. It's the monkey, and the monkey reminds us to cooperate. This was our theme a couple of weeks ago, and there is this energy around at the moment. Actually, things seem to be becoming a little bit more cooperative in these last few days, but prior to that, I feel there's been a lot of weeks and times of discord and this feeling that we want to rebel, this feeling that we want to be not very cooperative, we want to sort of be rebellious and resistant to what's sort of happening around us. So this cooperation energy is sort of easing in a little bit this week, is what I've already noticed. So by Thursday, it feels like we're being reminded to look at how we can cooperate more. This may be connected with other people around us or situations we're dealing with. It's also likely to come back into our connection with our body. Are we cooperating with our body and our body's needs for mending or healing, for example? Are we making time and working with our body? Or are we pushing against it and ignoring or distracting ourselves from what really needs our attention? So the monkey, cooperate, especially on Thursday. And then that takes us to the 14th of May, and that's a Friday. And we've got these two cards for the 14th. It's card 10 and card 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. So this is pretty cool. So we've got these two cards for Friday. Let's look at them separately first. So card 10, the kangaroo. The kangaroo we had last week, I'm pretty sure, and the kangaroo is reminding us that we can leap over the obstacle. That's right, we had this card last Monday. We can leap over the obstacle, and there is this favourable energy for movement, is the feeling here on Friday, where whatever obstacles we want to overcome, whatever wounds we've been looking at or issues that have been coming to the surface, wherever we've been rebelling or not cooperating, all these things feel like very supportive, especially on Friday, for movement, which means moving out, moving away from, letting go is also very supportive with that movement. Also, when the movement's strong like this, it's a great time for action And it's a great time to start new things, perhaps, or apply new things in our life that we've been wanting to do. But especially leaping over obstacles is strong on Friday. And that comes in with the cheetah card 4. And the cheetah says to focus on our strengths. Focus on our strengths. Focus on the things that we're good at, the things that are working for us, the things that we have achieved, that we have personally accomplished. Let's be proud of what we have achieved and the strong person that we have become, that we have survived against all odds, that we have been down into very difficult situations in our life and maybe even recently, and hopefully we're coming out the other side now. So we can focus on our strengths, our ability to be resilient, to focus and get out of those time periods, as those challenging times. If you are still amidst that challenge or that sort of weaker time period where you feel weakened, where you feel like you're really struggling, then all you can really do is get through your day. So remind yourself to go gently and just do what you need to do to get through your day. Deal with tomorrow when tomorrow comes. So for those of us who are moving out of those challenging times or who aren't in them at the moment, then we can use this energy, especially the energy of the cheetah, which also brings movement, the kangaroo, which brings movement too. Let's work with this moving energy to get things happening, to get things done, to get things progressing, to get action, to be proactive, to move out of things that have been holding us back. So the cheetah and the kangaroo for Friday, lots of movement there. Okay, so then Saturday the 15th of May, and this was our theme card for last week. And funny, because this card hasn't appeared for many months, and now it's appeared 2 weeks in a row. So it's card 21, it says initiation, and it's for Saturday. And it says mastery, milestone, progression, and greatness. This again brings a highlight around our period that we're in right now of tests and initiation. Like I said last week, the initiation tests, they're the exams. So exams usually take bits of things that we've learned throughout the year, if it's a school year. The tests and the projects and the things that we've learned and tested and everything throughout the year should be in our exam. So everything in the examination test we've actually already learned. Do we remember it? So on Saturday especially, but still at this time, so still relevant for the whole week really, is this time of initiation test. So if you're feeling like you're tested, if you're feeling like what you're going through right now is, a big test for you, remind yourself that it is likely an initiation test, which means that you've probably learned already the things that you're being retested on now. So look back through your journal, reflect back on the months past, and when you were in a similar situation or had a similar feeling, how did you deal with it then? Can you deal with it the same way now? Would you deal with it the same way now? That's how we pass these examination tests, so we can move to the next level. And that's what we've been prepared to go through, is to move to the next level. Walking through these gateways, this doorway of initiation into something new. But we have to be tested here first to see if we're really ready to move to that new level. Are we really, truly ready for this new door to open? That's what we're probably being tested on. And then Sunday, the 16th of May, we have the Honey Bee, card 32. And the Honey Bee says a short break. So for some of us, maybe especially on Sunday, we'll be considering or taking a short break. So it might be a drive somewhere, it might be stepping back from things for a couple of hours, or for the day, or for a few days. We might even be organising a break on Sunday that we're doing in weeks or months to come. So there is highlight potentially for some of us about taking a break. But the other element of this card is being efficient. with how we're spending our time. So how efficiently are we moving through our activities at the moment, especially on Sunday, but also at this time period? Are we wasting time? Are we procrastinating a lot? Are we pushing against things? Are we flowing with things? When we flow with things, we seem to have more time to spare, maybe because we're not trying to swim upstream. When we're procrastinating, we seem to have less time, and we get less done because we spend a lot more time overthinking what we have to do. So let's consider, especially on Sunday, how we can work with the energy and with the time that we need to spend on the things that we're doing. Can we do things a little more efficiently and less talking ourselves out of it or procrastinating? So the honeybee, there's something sweet too, a sweetness of life on Sunday. So we might get a glimpse of that too on Sunday, which will be nice. So there's still lots of tests happening and lots of movement, of course, lots of healing taking place this week. But we are really being guided to trust our intuition, not only on Tuesday, but always trust what our intuition is telling us for us. You know, there's no point letting our intuition tell us what other people need. I mean, that's none of our business. The best way we can utilize our intuition is use it to help us in our own life. So be careful you're not thinking that intuition is something that you get when you're in line at the supermarket and you've got to tell the person in front of you that they're stressed out or something. That's not a good use of our intuition or our energy. It's none of our business what other people are going through. We can be there for others, of course, and we can offer advice if they ask for it. But, you know, just random people offering intuition or messages to, I find personally quite unethical. And it does give our power away. So let's use our intuition to help us, and not just in meditation classes and psychic things and spiritual things. We can use our intuition to guide us and support us through everyday things in our everyday life. So how can you work with your intuition better? How can you listen to it more? How can you trust in it more too? How does your intuition speak to you? My intuition speaks to me strongly through feeling, and the feelings that I have, I'm a very strong empath, or I'm very sensitive to energy. So instead of being sensitive to what other people are dealing with, I've had to learn how to detach from that. I have boundaries up around that. I don't take on other people's stuff anymore. Where I'm best to use my sensitivity is my sensitivity to myself, to my body, and what I'm dealing with in my life directly. So, thank you. I'm getting ready to pull a theme card, but I'm not going to pull it yet. I'll pull it in a minute. So I want to firstly thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this connection, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So a reminder that the mini soul reading sale that is just about to finish, that will end in 2 hours from now. So I'm finishing in 2 hours when this video ends. So so it's nearly 12:30. So at 2:30 Sydney time, I'll be ending that unless they've sold out. There is only about 10 left. Those of you who have booked, you will hear from me over the next couple of weeks. And I really look forward to connecting with you for your mini soul reading. So that's like these videos, but personal. So have a look on my website if you do want to take advantage of that, because it won't happen again for another year or two. If you want to learn more about me and the work I do at Temple of Balance, if you'd love to support my work so I can keep doing it full time, then please visit templeofbalance.com.au. We also have our next online art class coming up on the 22nd of May, and we'll be creating an artwork around mind thoughts. So it's going to be abstract, and I'm thinking abstract at the moment. And I'm also feeling we're going to work with a lot of releasing, so releasing our heavy negative, non-supportive thoughts. So that's coming up too. But you can find all that stuff on my website. Let me know if you can't find something. Thank you. I look forward to connecting with you too, Donna. Thank you so much. So I'm looking for the best card for the theme, and the theme card's going to help bring this whole week together and help us see the bigger picture for this week ahead. So what do we need to know or keep in mind for this whole week? We have an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. It doesn't matter if it's upside down. And we're going to look at this card for our theme. And what a nice light addition to this week. Things may finally be shifting because it's been heavy. It's been quite a heavy time period for a lot of us. It's card 2, the butterfly, and it simply says joy. So it talks about joy and simplicity. I'm really drawn to this beautiful blue sky, this openness, this clarity this week. There's transformation. We are changing. We are growing. We are transforming. So there is a rebirthing feeling at the moment too this week, and this beauty to connect in with. You know, this beauty not only about ourselves, without it falling into being self-absorbed or ego, but there's a lot of beauty within us and also around us that we've been encouraged to look at and notice this week, to find gratitude for and feel the simplicity of joy. Let's drop the things that are stressing us out. Let's take a break if we need to. Let's shuffle things around so we can start feeling and finding and connecting with this pure joy, this clarity, this clearness that wants to come through for our theme this week. So we are undergoing a transformation. And if you weren't aware, I'm sure it's not really new information for many of us because, and I've got my butterfly top on. Yes. So lots of transformation, but I'm sure it's not new information that a lot of us are undergoing deep changes at the moment, inwardly and outwardly. So can we find joy in that? Where is the joy in our transformation? You know, sometimes we might see it from a painful, wounded, maybe we don't want this change. Maybe we're resisting it. Maybe we're struggling to accept. Maybe it's new and we just can't feel that joy right now, and that's okay. But for those of us who are on the other side of it, hopefully perhaps we can see and start tapping into the joy and the beauty in the changes that we have experienced and been experiencing. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic week this week. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating. And I will pop in throughout the week. I am doing a getting ourselves back daily dedication on my Temple of Balance Facebook group, which we're now on day 4. So that is really helping. It's helping me personally, and I'm hearing that it's helping quite a few of you too. So keep an eye out for those posts this week, or come over to my Temple of Balance group. You can search it, Temple of Balance group, and request to join, and we can let you in if you want to join in. But yeah, very excited. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.